So from what I see here, big pickups. And all the years we heard Gettleman say, we're going to get the big hog mollies in there, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. What was your biggest hog molly, man? I mean, seriously, a Nate Soldier at 6'8".
You want Philly food?
Yeah, let's do it.
Giants needs. Apparently every team has needs this time of year. And the Giants have several. Where you go from there? Offensive line is definitely one of our biggest holes. So let's start with the offensive line. Let's go to the O-line. It looks like the Giants needs is offensive tackle. As you can see, we went out there. We made some pickups, during free agency. So we got some guards in place. We got Feliciano from the Bills. We have Glowinski from the Colts. Those two guys right there should definitely be starters on our team. And if I'm correct in what I'm listening to, it looks like Feliciano is probably going to be our starting center. And it looks like Glowinski is either going to be our left guard or our right guard. So right there, if you had him with Thomas, you got Thomas at left tackle. You got Feliciano at center. And then you have Glowinski in one of the guard positions. So really what you're missing, which is really important, is offensive tackle. Now, the good thing is this draft, offensive tackle is top heavy, baby. Top heavy. You know what that means? That means if you're lucky, if you're one of the lucky teams to be in the top, you're going to get one of those two big, one of those players that are really good at offensive tackle. So the Giants have the 5th, 5, and they have the 7th, 7, in the first round, baby. So that means we get to play. We get to mingle. As I said before in the videos prior to this, with the 5th pick, I would go for the highest rated player. With the 7th pick, I'd try to trade out of there for somebody desperate. But you don't know. This is how the draft flows. It's crazy. There's been so many moves prior to this. You just don't know what to expect. So we start off, we say offensive tackle, and here's the positives, okay? Here's the major positives. Since we talked about being top heavy. We have available or might be available when the Giants pick at 5th or 7th, okay? We have Evan Neal from Alabama. Basically, they had him at number 1 all winter. Now, I'm hearing he might drop. Hey, listen, the point is, Evan Neal might be a possibility at the 5th pick or the 7th. We have Ikem Ekwonu from NC State. Who would want Ikem, baby? I'll take him right now. So there you go. And last but not least, and I'm only giving you a few, I'm going to give you Charles Cross from Mississippi State. Basically, he's basically an air raid tackle, really great at pass protection. Not horrible at run blocking, but graded more as a pass protector. So I probably wouldn't draft him this high. However, again, being top heavy and those being the 3 best offensive tackles, that gives us a shot. So our weakness number 1 is offensive tackle. And I just gave you 3 amazing top heavy offensive tackles at the top of the draft that we have the possibility of getting. So now we go to the second issue, edge rusher. Who did we have last year? Ojulari was amazing for a rookie. Leonard Williams, sacks went down, but still put up pretty good numbers. So we have possibilities. We're definitely gonna go for an edge rusher at some point. So edge rusher, definitely a major need. And if you watch Martindale, our defensive coordinator that's been with Baltimore, he's showing you he's all about blitz happy, man-on-man coverage. So edge rushing is really important. Where is he going to bring the blitz? Or where's he going to bring the blitz from? So edge rusher, important. Now, what's available at 5 and 7, or what's possible at 5 and 7? We'll start off with Kayvon Timberdell from Oregon. And yes, if you pay attention to any news in sports, they show that the New York Giants, and again, this is again draft time. Things happen. There's people trying to throw lies out there, rumors out there, things of that nature. It's a lot of cloudy atmosphere out there. So nothing's written in stone is basically what I'm trying to say to you. So understand this. Anything that I'm saying, nothing's written in stone. From me, from anybody else at this moment. This is bluff season. This is poker time. So you don't really know what people are doing. But just to give you an idea what the Giants need in a major edge rusher, they show that our general manager, Joe Shane, and most of his entire scouting team went to the Oregon Pro Day. Why? Just to see Kayvon Timberdell. Kayvon Thibodeau from Oregon. So that's a major need, a player that we're showing major interest. Now, again, could that be a bluff? I don't know. But again, you know that we need an edge rusher, so who knows, right? That's what I'm saying. This time of year, it's crazy. But it sounds to me, and if this was like the old Giants, you would have known, hey, that's exactly who they wanted. But it sounds to me, if we're taking a guess, and Joe Shane, the general manager, is bringing the entire Giants organization to Oregon just to see him play, just to see him practice. Yeah, that shows interest to me. So Kayvon Thibodeau is my first edge rusher that'd be available to us. We have Trayvon Walker from Georgia. Yeah, a guy a couple weeks ago, actually a couple months ago, everybody had later in the first round, probably 25th, 28th position. And now after the combine, woo, and we're moving on up. East side. The point is the man's moved up. How do you go from 28th to about top 5 now? Well, they were saying guaranteed top 10, but now they're insinuating top 5 is a possibility. So that's what you're talking about moving on up. That's what you're talking about. That's a jump. But as I said earlier in prior videos, this is the NFL, and this is draft time. So anything's possible. So I've given you Kayvon Thibodeau from Oregon, Trayvon Walker from Georgia. We have Jermaine Johnson, another combine guy that blew the charts up, and basically they have him being as a possibility for between 5 and 7. Of course, he should be, because he was originally scheduled to be drafted later in the draft, roughly in the 20s. So he should be. But again, as I mentioned a few seconds ago, after his combine numbers, we blew him out the waters. Now they're talking about possible top 5, top 10. So Kayvon Thibodeau, Trayvon Walker, Jermaine Johnson, and of course, I didn't really mention them because I didn't really think we had any shot at them, but this is the draft. Aiden Hutchinson, wide player from Michigan. Everybody knows I'm a big Michigan guy, and I think this man is a beast. But again, top 5 to top 7, any one of those are available, and that's the Giants' second weakness, edge rusher. And I would say the third weakness for the New York Giants would be tight end. And if you pay attention to the Giants, we no longer have Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram is gone. Gone. If I'm correct, he went to the Jaguars. We no longer have, what were the other 2 tight ends that we had? Let's see. We no longer have Caden Smith. Caden Smith is gone. We no longer have Kyle Rudolph. Kyle Rudolph is gone. So what tight ends do we have? That's the question. To me, that tells you, bing, 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 bing. It's a guarantee in the draft. We're going to need a tight end. I just told you we have no tight ends, and we didn't do much. I'll explain later. We got Ricky Seals, but we'll talk about that later. Right now, we're talking about what's guaranteed on the on our roster. So far, we have one big free agent, and that's pretty much it. So, guaranteed, we're definitely going to pick up some tight end or a tight end or 2 in the NFL draft. So, as our third weakness, I'll give you who's possibly available to us. All right, we have Trey McBride from Colorado. We have UCLA's Greg Dulcich. We have Ohio State's Jeremy Rucker. Or we have Washington, Cade Owen. And those are tight ends that are available, that they predict should be available within our draft picks. But of course, we're probably not going to draft them that high. But considering all the draft picks that we do have, we have possibilities, especially when we have doubles. Double pick in the first round, double pick in the third round. We have doubles, baby. Doubles. So we have opportunities. And now we go to one of our biggest weaknesses is linebacker for the New York Giants. Another need. We gave you offensive tackle. We gave you edge rusher. We gave you tight end. And now I'm giving you linebacker. And at linebacker, again, hey, considering where we are in the draft, how high we pick, there's possibilities. So we start out with Utah's Devin Lloyd, a beast. I don't even have to go into that. Devin Lloyd. We have Georgia's Nakobe Dean. Woo, another beast. We have Wyoming's Chad Muma, probably a little later in the draft, but still a beast. And we have Alabama's Christian Harris. So you know for sure we have options. So that's what's great about the last thing Gettleman actually did for us, is he gave us opportunities with having extra picks. So as you can see, whether we stay in our position of the 5th or the 7th, we have maneuverability. We have places that we can do. We have trades that we can make. So I'm really excited about that, to be honest with you. So before we end, we're talking about the Giants. I just gave you the Giants' needs. Let's talk about what basically the 5th and 7th pick for a second. I'm not going to go into that because I've talked a lot about that in the past. But as I've stated before, 5th pick, I would pick who's highest. 7th pick, I try to trade. All I'm saying to you is, guys, if you're a Giant fan, seriously, if you're a Giant fan and you realize the position that we're in, if I'm correct, we have approximately 9 selections in the 2022 draft. We have including 5 in the top 81, okay? You know what that means? That means out of the greatest players in college, we have 5 in the first 81. Like, that's the cream of the crop. If your scouting team is doing their job, you should be able to at least get some gems in there. That's all I'm saying. The positions that we're in means we should be able to fill some of these needs. I've shown you some of the needs. I've explained some of the players that I believe can fill some of these needs. So all that tells you is we got shot. Everybody, shot. Let's go, baby. The Giants got shots in this draft. We got playing cards, all right? That's all I'm saying.
It's a vibe check right here for my boy Ruben. Yeah, that's Ruben. Like the sandwich. Welcome to my religion, making chess moves in my division. If you hate to love me, baby, then I'm probably Brady. Bo Jack, how they running back after commercial. I don't need no Wade Herschel when I'm coming to verse you. Bury you in the sands, cause I move like a lion. Get precise like I'm Bryce when I start 49. I'm a Viking, I'm a giant, no matter when you be trying to blitz. I got a nickel for every time that you miss. High balling, get on your notes, cause I'm the coach. I'm present on every coach, the realest shit that I wrote. What would you give for the pages in my playbook? The holes in my defense, but I don't got no weakness. Vision when I draft the pick. Come on, so let's politic. One thing that we know the same, everybody love this game. We went from plaguing in parks to gladiators. We came to see who the greatest, from the fans to the players.